Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to the park. Now, don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Now, I know you probably don't have a bar, so grab yourself a chair. Have you ever wondered why we use a chair? We use the chair to help us to keep good form whilst focusing on strengthening specific parts of the body. And today we're going to focus on the legs. These exercises are going to absolutely tone and give good shape to your legs. And who doesn't want that? So come to your chair, start off not too close so you have room to move. In the center of your chair, hands nice and gently placed, parallel shoulder distance apart, and just feel the pull up through the whole body. Just to start with, we're just going to warm up the body by taking a big out breath to lift the chest slightly, opening up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades down and back, letting the head take the line of the spine, out breath and in breath to come back to the center. Just opening up that chest nice and gently. Let's go for 4. Breath in and breath out. Keeping hold of the chair to keep your balance and come back. Breath in to lift out of the waist, breath out to open up the chest, breath in to come back and breath out to release. One more time, breath in and out through the mouth, breath out. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Breath in to straighten and breath out to release. Okay, we're just going to stretch through that spine by lifting out of that waist and contracting in the tummy as we soften the knees, drop the chin to the chest and take that cat back position while standing and really feel the core working really hard, stretching through the spine on the out breath and breath in at the bottom and breath out to peel yourself back up straight again. Let's do that, another 3. Breath in and breath out. Really feel the stretch through that spine, tucking the tailbone under, breath in and breath out again. Breath in to prepare, breath out to tuck and contract, breath in at the bottom, breath out to peel yourself up. Let's do one more of those. Breath in and breath out, holding onto that bar to keep you balanced, and breath in and breath out. Okay, while you're here, just rotate the shoulders, let the hands come gently off the bar and rotate 4 times. Take a little bit of an open chest here, keep pulling up, nice and stable on your feet 4 times. Take a big swoop up to the ceiling and open nice and wide, really feeling the engagement of the obliques, pulling down as you bring those arms down and give yourself a little bit of a shake. Well done. Bring those hands back onto that bar. Now we've opened up that chest. We're feeling a little bit more lifted out of that waist. We're going to start waking up those feet. So I've got my feet hip distance apart in parallel line. I'm going to raise one heel off and I'm going to warm up those feet by pulsing. So starting to really engage all of the muscles in the leg, keeping the weight even between both feet. Don't sway from side to side. The bar is there to help you keep your form, remember. So it keeps you nice and balanced. Don't let the thighs cave in. We're just going to keep pulsing, keep breathing. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, warming up the feet, 3 and 2 and stop on 1 with one heel lifted. Okay, we're going to lift up on that foot, pulling up to straight legs, and we're going to lower on one and then lower the other leg. So we raise one heel off the floor, we push to straight, so both heels are off the floor. We lower the first heel and we lower the second heel. Let's do that. Keep it moving. Lift, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Keep it going. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, the other foot is off. We're going to lead with the other foot. Same thing. Keep the weight even on the feet. Keep pulling up through the whole body and specifically through the legs. We rise up and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Another 8. It goes 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and stop. We're going to see if we can bring those feet together, and we're going to do that again with the feet closer, less surface space. Keep your balance, keep the tummy pulled in and the tailbone underneath you. We're going to rise first. Remember, both feet together. 2, 3. Really pull up, the arches reaching over the big toe. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Lower one heel, pulse through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for another 8. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop on 1. We've got one heel off, so we match it with the other heel off. Then we lower the first heel, we lower the second heel. Let's keep that going. Off, off, down, down. Off, pull up and down. Pull up, leading with the same foot for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep the last heel off. Let's lead with the other foot. Here we go again. Off you go. Pull up, really pulling up through the whole leg. So pulling up in the kneecap, squeezing the glutes and stretching all the way down the tip of the toe. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and lower. Okay, from here we're going to take both feet into that demi position. So rising up onto the balls of the feet. Keep pulling up and soften your knees as if you're going to sit on a chair just behind you or just underneath you. We're going to pulse in that position, squeezing those thighs tight together. Hold on to that chair. Keep the weight over the balls of the feet. This is a really tricky one. You can feel this in the thighs and the glutes and the whole leg. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, from here we're going to tap the heels on the floor. You're not allowed to bob up and down. Make the legs do the work. It's going to go down on that out breath. Heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lower on 8. Now we pulse again. 2. I can feel my thighs burning. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull up to straight. Really pull up through the whole leg for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Pull those kneecaps up. 7 and stop all again. It goes up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop on 8. Lower sitting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop on 8. Heels down. 2. Don't bob up and down. Make the legs do the work for 7 and 8. Pull up and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so from here we're just going to see if we can raise one foot into flex. Try not to lift the hip. Try to keep the work of the leg so that the back of the leg is stretching as you flex and the front of the leg is pulling and working those shin muscles, and pop it down. Try to keep the weight nice and even and change to the other foot. So pushing the heel into the floor, you can really feel the stretch of the back of the leg and the muscles in the front of the leg working hard to flex. We go 1, 2, 3. Hold on to the bar to help you keep nice and balanced. Really think about not allowing your tailbone to poke out. So it's all in the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I can feel it. 2 and 1. Okay, we're trying to do both legs together. Really try to pull the toes off the floor. For 1, 2. Now the hard thing here is not to let the tailbone poke out, and it doesn't matter if the feet only come off a little bit. Just pulling up is really working the shins. Pull up in the kneecaps. 6 and 7 and 8 and release, and give those legs a little bit of a shake. Okay, so from here we're going to turn into our first position, heels kissing, so we can really feel the inner and the outer thigh working even more. So we're going to pull up onto that rise again, lifting up nice and tall, pulling up in those kneecaps and lowering, but when you lower, think up so that you feel the length in the leg. Let's do that 8 times again. We rise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay on 8. Now remember, we're keeping the knees in line with the toes, so we're working the inner and the outer thigh, squeezing those glutes. Keep the legs open as we soften those knees. Don't let the tailbone poke out. Keep the tummy pulled in, the tailbone tucked underneath you, and work these inner and outer thighs. Keep it going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Now close the heels together and keep that diamond shape. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From here, we're going to see if we can pull up, keep the tailbone tucked under, and flex and squeeze the backs of the knees as tight together as you can. 1, into that plie, so you get maximum pull up. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and release, and give yourself a little bit of a shake. We're going to do that all again. Okay, bring those heels into that kissing position. Pull up in that tummy, hands nice and safe to keep your balance and your form nice and safe. Here we go. Breath in to prepare. Push that floor away and really pull up through that whole leg, squeezing that tailbone underneath you. 1, lower, 2. Now when you lower the heels, don't think down, think up, so you feel the length through the whole body and the legs nice and long. We go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Hold the last one up. We're going to lower into that soft knee, keeping the knees in line with the toes, working the inner and the outer thigh, really squeezing the glutes and keeping the tailbone underneath. You go for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stop on 1. Now don't bob up and down, make the legs do the work to close those feet into that first position again and raise it off with the in-breath. It goes out breath on the down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Here we go. We're going to pull up, tummy in, tailbone under, pull up to that pulled up kneecap. 1, and drop. 2, and 3. Out breath is on the up. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hold it there. Really pull up, release the toes and soften, and give yourself a little bit of a shake. Well done. Okay, so we're going to step into our curtsy, just taking a curtsy from one side to the other. So as you step from one side of your chair to the other, you can find that you keep one hand on the chair. Keep that going. Now, keep the turn out of that leg, knee over the toe, so that you really work the inner and the outer thigh. Keep it going for another 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Stop on 1. Let's pulse. 1, 2. Keep the knee over the toe, squeezing that glute. You're working through the whole leg. You're also stretching through the calf and the ankle for 7 and 8. Let's change and pulse. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and come up. We're going to take a drop into a curtsy and tap the toe. Keeping that turn out, keeping the rotation at the top of the leg, works all around the top of that leg. And dropping down, stretches through the supporting leg and the glute. Keeping the knees and toes in line always. We go for 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's change it to lift the toe to the inside of that supporting kneecap. 5, and 6, and 7. Hold 8. Okay, here we're just going to see if we can tap the leg to the front and the back of the supporting leg. So you're really working that upper leg, just tapping it forwards and back. Keep the knee at the same height for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, lift to drop it down. Let's go on the other leg. We drop it down, we lift it up into that retire. Big toe taps the inside of that kneecap, working the inner and the outer thigh. Have the hands nice and safe on your chair and drop down. We breath out. and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Hold it for 8. We release and tap front and back. Keep it going. We go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Lift, drop it down, and release. Okay, bring it into parallel line. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. Okay, so from here, we're going to come back to our curtsy, and we're going to drop down, and we're going to lift that leg just off a little bit. So we're really working all the way down the front of that leg. Keep the tailbone tucked underneath you, out breath on the lift. It's a 1, and 2, and 3, just a little way. Doesn't have to go high. For 5, and 6, and 7, hold 8. We're going to circle that leg. So we're working the whole of the top of the leg. Draw a little circle like you're mixing some cake. For 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and drop down, pull up, and take it again into the same side. Curtsy again. We're going to lift it off the floor. 1. Remember which way you circled your leg, because you're going to go the other way. For 5, and 6, and 7. Now I went outward, I'm going to go inward this time, circling the other way. For 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and lift, and release the other leg to do the other side. We go down into that curtsy, and we just let the leg slip up, and make sure you have enough room. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hold it there. Now I'm going to circle out and in. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, like you're whipping up a cake mixture. Lift, pull it down, release the leg again, curtsy down. 1, and lift, and 2, and 3, and 4. Keep pulling up. 5, and 6, and 7. Hold it there on 8. Circle it the other way. 1. Drawing little circles with the lower leg. So you're rotating from the knee, working the inner and outer thigh to keep that leg going. For 7, and 8. Lift, pull up to close, and release down. Okay, this time we're going to come into our parallel line, and we're just going to see if we can take that point tendu, pulling up, and we're going to lift without lifting the hip, really getting into the side of the leg. 1, tapping the toe. 2, and 3, keep pulsing the leg. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Pull up to the demi, release the other leg. Let's change. Keep the parallel lines. It won't go high because we're in parallel line, knee facing the front. Don't lift that hip, come off into any other position. Keep it nice and square. It's toe tapping. Feeling, working right down the side of this leg. Keep it going. For 1, and 2. Little taps, and keep it going. For 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and pull up to close. Okay, from here we're going to take our turn out again, and we're going to use the arabesque line to stretch through the leg directly behind you. In that pulled up position, hold on to the bar and close. So really working at the top of the leg here, opening up the thigh. We've tapped 1, point tendu, 2, behind. For 3, and 4, we're going to take it into a plie and reach it away, trying to keep the upper body as tall as you can with the support of the chair. From here we're going to point it out and up and close. Point it out and down and up and close. Point it out and down and up and close. Point it out and down and up and close. Let's try that on the other side. Keep pulling up, keep the weight nice and even. Lift with the in-breath to prepare so that you can just gently slip that leg out into that low arabesque line and bring it back in. Let's do that for 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now take a soft supporting knee, reach it further, and 2, really lengthen through to the tip of the toe. We're going to go out, lift, up and close. Sorry, there, up. That should have been pull up and lower and up and close. Reach out and up and close. Okay, let's change that slightly. We're going to see if we can take that first arabesque. Reach out to a fondue, the soft knee. Then we're going to pulse that leg behind us. We're going to lift it, 2, lengthen through the whole leg, squeeze the glutes, reach to the tip of the toe, keeping that pointed, 5 and 6 and 7. Now flex the foot, same thing, to the heel to the ground, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Pull up and close. Other leg, here we go. We take it to the arabesque line. We soften that knee, keep the rotation and the turnout, working inner and outer thigh, lengthening through the whole leg, pull up on that kneecap. We're going to lift it with a pointed foot, 2 and 3 and 4. Keep it going for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Flex the foot, repeat it with a flex foot. Keep going for 8. That's 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Bring it down, close and bring yourself to parallel line. Well done. Okay, so stepping out for our stretch to finish off into your second position. Keep the turnout, soften the knees into your second position, keeping the knees over the toes. Pull up, raise a heel, rotate away from that pulled up heel and drop down, keeping a straight line from your shoulder to your hip to your knee to stretch through the thigh. Pull up, rotate back to your second plie, stretching all the way through that leg, pulling up, rotating parallel line, dropping down, stretching through that hip flexor as well as the front of the thigh, dropping into your high lunge, holding it for a second, high lunge on the other side, holding it for a second, and come back to your center. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. Now, I hope you enjoyed that class, and don't forget, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.